Dear students, today we will study about the law of chemical composition. Law of chemical, law of chemical composition. Law of chemical composition. To know the chemical composition of any compound, we need to study about the law of chemical composition. In law of chemical composition, we will discuss about the law of conservation of mass. First one is the law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. Law of conservation of mass. Second is the law of constant proportion. Constant proportion. Third one is the law of multiple proportion. Multiple proportion. Fourth one is the law of reciprocal proportion. Fourth is the law of reciprocal proportion. And fifth is the law of gases volume. Law of gases volume. Law of gases volume. In law of chemical composition, we will discuss about five types of law. Law of conservation of mass. Second is the law of constant proportion. Third one is the law of multiple proportion. Fourth is the law of reciprocal proportion. And fifth is the law of gases volume. With help of these laws, we will know about the chemical composition of different atoms which participate in formation of any compound. We will discuss about the ratio of masses of different atoms of elements when they react to each other to form a type of particular compounds. Now we will discuss these laws one by one. First we will discuss about law of conservation of mass. First is the law of conservation of mass. This law was proposed by Lavoisier. This law was proposed by Lavoisier. This law verifies indestructibility property of matter. Means matter neither created nor destroyed. According to this law, in a chemical reaction, total mass of reactant will be equal to the total mass of product. According to law of conservation of mass, total mass of reactants will be equal to the total mass of product in any chemical reaction. For example, if we have taken formation of hydrochloric acid with help of hydrogen and chlorine, like hydrogen gas react with chlorine gas H2 plus Cl2. This provide hydrochloric acid. Here two atom of hydrogen are present, two atom of chlorine is present. That's why H2 plus Cl2 is equal to twice HCl. To verify law of conservation of mass, we need to show total mass on reactant side is equal to the total mass of product side. Mass of hydrogen gas is 1 into 2 is equal to 2 gram, and 35.5 into 2 is equal to 71 gram. Hence total mass is equal to 71 plus 2 is equal to 73 gram. This one is the reactant side. These are the reactants. These are reactants. And hydrochloric acid is product. Hence, hydrochloric acid also contains 73 gram mass. If this reaction follow law of conservation of mass. Now, 2 into 1 plus 35.5. Atomic mass of hydrogen is 1 and atomic mass of chlorine is 35.5. In this way, 2 into 36.5 and it will be equal to 73 gram. In this way, we can say that the total mass of reactants is equal to the total mass of product. 73 gram mass present in reactant side and 73 gram mass present in product side. That's why this reaction follow law of conservation of mass. According to this law, total mass on reactant side will be equal to the total mass on product side in any chemical reaction. Only nuclear reactions doesn't follow law of conservation of mass because during mass defect, mass is converted into energy with help of E is equal to mc square. Nuclear reactions does not follow law of conservation of mass. You should keep it in mind. Nuclear reactions doesn't follow law of conservation of mass. Nuclear reactions does not follow this law because mass defect converted into, if mass defect is equal to m, then mass defect is converted into energy with help of Einstein energy equation. E is equal to mc square, where c is the velocity of light. Now we will discuss second law, that is law of constant composition. Second is the law of constant composition. Law of constant. Second is the law of constant composition. law of constant composition. This law was proposed by Proust, a name of scientist. Proust, a name of scientist. This law was proposed by Joseph Proust, a name of scientist. According to this law, if two or more different atoms combine together to form a compound, then ratio of their masses are always remain fixed. Ratio of masses of atoms doesn't depends upon the source from which that compound is taken. The ratio of the masses of atoms in that compound doesn't depends upon the source from which that compound is taken. According to this law, if two or more different atoms combine together to form a compound, then the ratio of the masses of respective atoms in that compound is always remain fixed. Ratio of masses of atoms doesn't depends upon the source of compound from which that compound is taken. For example, if we have taken carbon dioxide CO2, carbon dioxide made up with help of one atom of carbon and two atom of oxygen. In this way, if we calculate ratio of the masses of these atoms in this compound, then it will be 12 ratio 16 into 2. Atomic mass of carbon is 12 and atomic mass of oxygen is 16. 12 ratio 16 into 2, and it will be equal to 12 ratio 32, and it will be equal to, if this ratio divided by 4, so 4 3 is 12 and 4 8 is 32. So it will be equal to 3 ratio 8. Means कि in carbon dioxide ratio of the masses of carbon and oxygen will be 3 ratio 8, and this ratio always remain fixed. This ratio of carbon and oxygen of masses doesn't depend upon the source of carbon dioxide from which it taken. Means कि carbon dioxide prepared directly by burning of carbon C plus O2 CO2, or carbon dioxide is taken by heating calcium carbonate CaCO3. If calcium carbonate is heated, then it forms CaO plus CO2. After heating calcium carbonate, we can we can get carbon dioxide, and if carbon burning directly in presence of oxygen, then also we can get carbon dioxide. But if we will find out ratio of the masses of carbon and oxygen, then it will be equal to 3:8 only. Means कि it remain fixed, and it is known as the law of constant composition. Now we will discuss third law, that is law of multiple proportion. law of multiple law of multiple proportion. Law of multiple proportion. Law of multiple proportions. This law was proposed by John Dalton. This law was proposed by Dalton, name of scientist. It is very important law of multiple proportion. According to this law, if two different atoms react to each other to form two or more different compounds, in which ratio of the masses of one atom which react with fixed mass of other atom bear a simple ratio. According to this law, if two different atoms combine together to form two or more different compounds, in which ratio of the masses of one atom which react with fixed mass of other atom bear a simple ratio. This law can better understand with help of one important example. If nitrogen and oxygen two atoms are taken, nitrogen and oxygen two atoms are taken. Nitrogen combine with oxygen to form different types of oxide. Nitrogen combine with oxygen to form different oxides like like NO, NO2, N2O, N2O3 and N2O5. Nitrogen and the oxygen combine together to form these five type of oxides: NO, NO2, N2O, N2O3 and N2O5. These are five type of oxides. Now, if we fix mass of one atom, if we fix mass of nitrogen and see the ratio of the masses of oxygen in these different compounds, then ratio of the masses of oxygen bear a simple form. For example, here ratio of the masses of nitrogen and oxygen is 14 ratio 16, here 14 ratio 32, here 28 ratio 16, here 28 ratio 48, and here 28 ratio 80. Now, if we take fixed mass of nitrogen, so here 28, 28, 28, in three compound mass of nitrogen is fixed, but in these two compounds mass of nitrogen is 14. That's why if this ratio multiplied by 2, then masses of nitrogen in these compounds will be equal to 28. Now we can get ratio of the masses of nitrogen and oxygen in these compounds: 28 ratio 32, 28 ratio 64, 28 ratio 16, 28 ratio 48, and 28 ratio 80. These are the masses. These are the masses which react with fixed mass of nitrogen atom. Here mass of nitrogen is fixed, that is 28 gram, and if oxygen react with fixed mass of nitrogen in these different compounds, then ratio of the masses of oxygen in these compounds present in a simple form. For example, 2 2 ratio 4 ratio 1 ratio 3 ratio 5. This one is the ratio of the masses of oxygen in these different compounds when fixed mass of nitrogen is taken. If we arrange this ratio in ascending order, then it will be equal to 1 ratio, 2 ratio, 3 ratio, 4 ratio, 5. It is ratio of the masses of oxygen in these different compounds when fixed mass of nitrogen is taken. It is a law of multiple proportion. If another example, if another example is taken, for example, if carbon and oxygen are taken, like carbon and oxygen combine together to form CO2 and CO. Ratio of the masses is 12 ratio 32, and here 12 ratio 16. Here mass of carbon is fixed, that is 12 gram, and if oxygen react with fixed mass of carbon atom, then it present in 16 ratio 32, and it will be equal to 1 ratio 2. It is a law of multiple proportion. Now, fourth lies the law of reciprocal proportion. Law of reciprocal proportion. Law of reciprocal proportion. This law was proposed by Ritter, an Asimov scientist. This law was proposed by Ritter, an Asimov scientist. This law can better understand with help of one important example. If three different atoms are taken if three different atoms are taken, like if hydrogen is atom A and sulfur is atom B and oxygen is atom C. If these three different atoms are taken, hydrogen, sulfur and oxygen. In these three different atoms, if two atoms react with fixed mass of third atom and form two different compound, like if sulfur react with hydrogen, then it form H2S, hydrogen sulfide, and if oxygen react with hydrogen, then it form H2O, water. And if these compound combine together, then they form one compound also, that is sulfur dioxide. Sulfur and oxygen combine together to form sulfur dioxide. Here these two different sulfur and oxygen react with fixed mass of third atom hydrogen and form two different compound, H2S hydrogen sulfide and H2O water molecule. Sulfur and oxygen also react together to form sulfur dioxide. Now, if we find ratio of the masses of two different atoms,